Hey, welcome to Board Game Today. I'm Brett. In my hands is the OverPower card game. Now, for those who don't remember, OverPower was a card game that came out back in the heyday of card games. It's back from Lazarus Rising Games and kind of taken some of the cues from the classic game. One of the things that made that old game stand out is the fact that you could have a whole bunch of different properties all playing against each other. So there was like Marvel releases, DC releases, stuff like that. And here we're starting with Edgar Rice Burroughs, and then there'll eventually be releases for Witchblade and Top Cow, Darkness, and stuff from Skybound like The Walking Dead and Invincible and Savage Dragon. So we're going to have a whole bunch of different worlds all in these card games that go and can be used together, which is pretty awesome. We've opened up and shown off all 4 of the starter decks, and now we are doing this booster box, which is pretty cool. So this is the Power Card Station, one of the numerous releases for OverPower. There's also booster packs like you would expect for a release like this. That's going to be the last thing that we open up and show off. So the Power Card Station has 40 power cards of each power type: energy, combat, brute force, and intelligence. 16 universe ally cards, 12 universe basic cards, 12 universe training cards. There's no characters, special events, or mission cards included. So let's check out what the Power Station is. This is kind of an interesting concept to me. So let's show off sides of boxes. Let's see what we got here. A lot of cards here. Let's show off. One of the big things about the new OverPower is they are sparing no expense for the card art. They're hiring some pretty well-known artists to do stuff. And from what I remember, these all, I think we've seen these in previous, all the starter deck releases. So these do seem familiar. But let's show it off. Looks like you get like 4 or 5 of each of these. 3, 4. Yep, so 5 of each of these. One thing that has stood out to me for everything that we've opened up is the art is solid. I was just saying. There's some really cool artwork on this. Fans of comics will appreciate it. I know that one. That was one that stood out to me before. I really dug it. I believe that's John Carter of Mars Art. This. So a big thing for me is, like, I do not know Edgar Rice Burroughs too well, so I'm sure there's a lot of references on these to his work that's like totally over my head. So I wish I could have more commentary and insight and being like, oh, this is a reference to so-and-so, but I sadly just don't have it. A lot of these are like very standard, classic characters. Alright, so we got allies. Allies are 2. So it seems like you get the starter deck, get one of these. probably pretty well off as to what you need to play. Just one of each of these. This one was in the macabre horror one that we just did. The trebuchet. It's kind of cool. Piece of art like that. And we're back to 2 of each of these, the training cards. And that wraps it up. So you get a lot of cards in this. It seems like it is a way to kind of, it's basically like, you know, get your mana to play the game, and plus some extra cards to kind of boost your decks, change them up slightly. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's very intriguing. I need to learn how to play the game still. So that's on my to-do. But overall, it seems like, as I said, you get this, you get a starter deck, you're doing pretty well as far as kicking off your OverPower gameplay. Stay tuned, we also will have some booster packs that we're going to be opening as our final video showing off various OverPower stuff that you can get. And as always, we've got links underneath our videos in the descriptions where you can purchase your own OverPower cards. And stay tuned, we'll have lots of news when it comes to OverPower and its releases coming up. If you want general, of course before we get to that, I want to of course thank Lazarus Rising Games for our review copies and for hooking us up, and of course thank you all for watching. If you want game news, board games, card games, tabletop games, role-playing games, miniature games, or whatever, check us out every day at BoardGameToday.com. And of course, we're on Facebook, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Board Game Today, keeping it nice and consistent. Till next time, keep flopping those cards and get your game on. Hey, thanks for watching Board Game Today. We always appreciate your views and your support, but there are so many ways for you to support our site. Not only can you do it right here on video, but you can go and check us out at BoardGameToday.com, where we have more news, reviews, interviews, everything you could ever want. But since you're here, if you could, you can always give us a like, subscribe, or share our videos or watch something else. As always, much appreciated, and get your game on.